let's solve this rational inequality. I mean, it does have a fraction in it, right, with the x in the denominator, so that's a rational expression. Solve 1 over x is greater than, it's an inequality, greater than x squared. Okay, well, one thing that we have to do is move everything over to the left side and then make it into a single fraction. Okay, so let's move everything over to the left by subtracting x squared. We'll put it in the front on the left. We get negative x squared plus 1 over x is greater than 0. Now to get a single fraction, we have to get a common denominator with the LCD, which is just x. So we'll rewrite x squared as x cubed over x and add that to 1 over x. Of course, there's a negative in front of the x cubed. So that gives us negative x cubed plus 1 all over the common denominator x is greater than 0. Okay, so I just decided to write it as the positive 1 cubed first and then the minus x cubed second. So 1 cubed minus x cubed over x is greater than 0. I'm not going to complicate matters by trying to factor the top. I think I'll just set the top equal to 0 and solve for the critical numbers. Let's see. So let's see. We're going to take my factored form 1 minus x cubed. I decided not to write the 1 as 1 cubed. I'll just write it as 1 minus x cubed, same value, over x is greater than 0. Now I'm going to put a star here and put a circle around here because this is my step 2 that I'm going to come back to. It's the one that tells me that I'm only interested in regions that are greater than 0. In other words, that are positive. Okay, so here's my rational expression, 1 minus x cubed over x. And then I'm going to draw a number line for x values. And I'm going to partition the number line with, let's see, the top equals 0 tells me that x cubed equals positive 1, which means x is equal to 1, and the bottom being equal to 0 just says 0. So we have a positive 1 and we have the 0 partitioning our number line. Put them in the right order. Now let's find the sign of each factor on the top and the bottom, and then the sign of each of their quotients. For the left of 0, like negative 100 gives me plus over minus is minus. And then in the middle, let's see, I'll have to choose 1/2. 1 minus 1/2 cubed is 1 minus 1/8. That's definitely positive. Over 1/2, that's definitely positive. So a positive over a positive is a positive. And for values greater than 1, let x equal 100. 1 minus 100 cubed is a very negative number. And the bottom is positive 100. So we have a negative over a positive gives us a negative. Now, looking back at the star, step 2, the star, we are told that we're only interested in the star values greater than 0, which means only shade the regions that are positive. To be greater than 0 means to be positive. So I'll just shade the middle region right here in the middle between 0 and 1. And greater than with no equal portion indicates that we exclude our endpoints. So the final result will be I open brackets and shading in the positive region. It looks like this. Draw an X graph with 0 and 1, shade everything in between, and open parentheses on each side. Or write the smallest value shaded is 0, comma, the largest value is 1, open brackets on each side because we're not including our endpoints.